Hello everyone, this is a short video to update you on things that are going to be happening over the next week or so as we get closer to Easter Sunday. We will of course still be celebrating Easter, we will still be celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, but we will be doing it in a different way, in a way that we've never had to do it before. So there will be a video with worship for Palm Sunday, which will be available this week for you to watch. There'll also be videos to mark Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, and of course Easter Day itself. Now on Maundy Thursday and Easter Sunday, we would normally share communion together. And in those videos there will be a time of communion. Now if you want to take part in that, you'll need to provide your own elements, so you'll need bread and wine or an equivalent ready for the start of the service. Now doing communion in this way is of course a new thing for us. It's not ideal, but it's what we are able to do. Now whether you think it works or not may depend on how you understand communion, and within our Reformed tradition and within Protestantism more widely, there's all sorts of differences in how people understand communion. This goes right back to Calvin arguing with Zwingli and Luther back during the Reformation in the 16th century. Of course, when we share communion, we eat bread and wine and we remember Jesus, and we can still do that. But what we will miss is that sense of all being together, all eating and drinking together as one people. But we have to do what we can, and I personally think that the Holy Spirit can work in cyberspace, even through YouTube. And if we think back to the Last Supper, the disciples were there together with Jesus, and they didn't know what was going to happen. One understanding is that Jesus took the traditions of the Passover meal and he changed them. He did something completely unexpected. He completely changed and reconfigured the meaning of that meal together. He took something that already existed and he changed it to give it a new and different meaning. And so we too are forced in a way to do something new and different. We're forced to take our existing customs and traditions and to make them slightly different. This can be an opportunity to think anew, to remember why it's important that we do the things that we do. So there'll be worship to look forward to, and also I'll be posting some short videos each day through Holy Week. These will reflect on some of the things that Jesus got up to in that final week, and also make suggestions for things you might want to pray about each day. And I will be drawing on the responses to the previous Bible study, to the question that I asked at the end of last week's Bible study. And I've had a look to prepare some of the worship through what does happen to Jesus in that final week. And one of the things that strikes me, which might seem a simple point, is how much happens to Jesus in such a short time, how much detail there is. So Mark's Gospel has 16 chapters altogether, and 6 of those, so more than a third of the book, take place in that final week. There's a huge amount of detail. We know more about this 1 week of Jesus' life than we do about any other single period of time. So there's a huge amount of detail there, and so we will be thinking about some of the things that Jesus teaches, some of the things that he does during that final week. Finally, if you are at a loose end and you want a book to read, I'd like to recommend a book to you which you can buy on Kindle. I've got it on my Kindle. It's a book called The Last Week, What the Gospels Really Teach About Jesus' Final Days in Jerusalem, by Marcus Borg and John Dominic Crossan. This is a very fascinating, also a very readable book that takes you through Holy Week day by day. So a great book to read as we venture together towards Easter Sunday. You can buy it for $6.99 for the Kindle edition. So that's all I've got to say now. As I say, there will be worship and there will be new videos coming out next week. So please look after yourselves, take care of yourself and of each other, and I'll be in touch again soon.